Blessings and peace to you. This is SB Favor Thinking Podcast, and my name is SB Favor. How are you doing today? It is Thursday, June 8th, 2023. Another wonderful day and another day to be thankful. And as I always say, if you focus on what is good, then you can project something good to happen. So make sure you are focusing on the things that give you peace, the things that give you joy, the things that give you more confidence. It is important to focus on what is good, despite the fact that sometimes there are different things going on that might not be good. We still can focus on what is good. If you are out there traveling about today, make sure you are keeping yourself safe and alert, and make sure you say a prayer if you're behind the wheel or if you're just out and about. Make sure you are just focused and prayerful. It's important to be prayerful, especially us here on the East Coast. There's a lot going on in Canada. There are fires going on, wild forest fires, I guess, and the smoke is traveling through the air. This is something else. The smoke is traveling through the air here on the East Coast. I am on the East Coast, and New York and New Jersey and Virginia, all these East Coast states, it's affecting the air. So people, please be careful. Later in the week, they say that the air will be affected in other places, but like I said, say a prayer and just keep yourself safe and keep your family members safe. I remind you of these things because I care, and I talk about it briefly because I just want you to be in the know. Wear a mask if you need to. For those that have different types of illnesses, just wear a mask if you need to. But like I said, keep yourself safe and keep your family members safe. If you would like to give to the podcast, give at Cash App $SBFAVOR SB Favor, or you can give at Venmo, and that's the symbol at, and that's SB Favor at SB Favor SBFAVOR. Your donations and your support is greatly appreciated. In fact, I would suggest that you just consider giving and give consistently, because this podcast, we need your support, and I want to keep going, and I appreciate you. I truly, truly do. Well, the topic of this episode is limitless possibilities with effort. Yes, there are limitless possibilities if we apply effort to the things that we desire to see. Unfortunately, sometimes there are setbacks, sometimes things get in the way, but that should never stop you from pushing forward to keep up with the effort. I believe that effort is like building blocks. They add up. And as you keep going forward with the effort, you will soon see the results. That was my inspirational quote today on social media. It went something like this. Building blocks add up. You will see the results if you don't give up. That was my inspirational quote today on Facebook and Instagram. Like I said, it's important to press forward. And of course, as I always say, keep the right mindset, because I always talk about thoughts. I always talk about how thoughts can create things. Thoughts provide power to things. If you meditate on something long enough, it can happen. It can manifest. I believe that, because thoughts are powerful, and that's why it's so important that we focus on the things that are positive, because you don't want a bunch of negative things happening all around you. Although sometimes when life happens, some things we can't avoid, but it's important to keep the right mindset so that good things can happen. I just simply believe that. I believe that when you focus on what is positive daily, no matter what is going on in your life, I believe that you give space and faith to the positive things superseding the negative things. So that's my belief, and I live by it. And I must say that a lot of times in my life, when certain things happen that are not in my favor, I just focus on the very thing that I foresee happening, and then that thing turns around quickly. So, but if you focus on negative things, that's a whole nother problem. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So that is why I always talk about focusing on the positive things and projecting what is good. But limitless possibilities with effort is a mindset, because you want to apply the effort and you want to keep a mindset of approaching limitless possibilities. You want to always think in a space of being unlimited and not limited, because limited thinking will eventually put limitation in front of you. So you don't want to think about being limited. You want to think in a place of being limitless. That word, limitless. Yes, you want to think like that. You don't want to think in a place that is limited. You really, really don't. It doesn't benefit anything good to think in a place of being limited. It has no benefits at all. It's creating something negative. But let's move on to discuss limitless possibilities with effort. When you create a goal, it is all about applying the effort day by day. I know a lot of times if you execute a plan and if you don't see the results right away, that could be a little discouraging. It could be. But look at it like this. Look more at the effort that you apply and the consistency of the effort. Because you want to keep in mind that you are building something. Yes, you do want to have a vision of the finished product. Yes, you do want to have a vision of the place and what you are creating. You do want to have a vision of that. But you want to focus on the building process and the effort that you apply with consistency every day, because consistency adds up. It adds up. There's no way humanly possible if you apply effort to something every single day that you will see nothing. That's impossible. You will see something if you apply effort to what you want to see every single day. I was having a conversation with someone and I was talking to them about weight loss and health and wellness. And this individual said to me, well, I'm not sure if I want to even waste my time doing certain things, because when you lose weight, it comes back quickly anyway. So what's the use of losing the weight anyway? I said to this individual, without putting them on blast, I said, you can't look at it like that. You have to look at it as a long-term goal, lifestyle to maintain the thing you want to see. And if you apply the effort consistently every single day going forward for the rest of your life, you will see that. You will see the results from your effort. You will see it. There is no way humanly possible that if you do something every single day, you apply a little bit of effort into the thing you're working on every single day. It's absolutely humanly impossible not to see some type of results. You have to see some results. Now, if you're doing something that doesn't provide results but take away the results, now that's different. But if you are doing the work for the results to show up from your effort, then you will experience limitless possibilities. As simple as that. As you keep the right mindset, the right attitude, and the right thoughts about what you are working on every single day, The right attitude is so important. Your attitude has everything to do with how you think. When something happens, good, bad, or indifferent, or whatever is happening in your life, your attitude determines what's going to happen next. Your attitude can determine your blessings, and your attitude can determine what's favorable or not favorable for you. Your attitude. So it's important to keep the right mindset to have the right attitude. I'm telling you, talking about the thoughts is that's my thing, because I know for a fact that most of my life I have practiced or have tried to practice maintaining the right thoughts, because I believe the right thoughts produce the right behavior. A lot of people do things because they are thinking the wrong way. And I know some people say, somebody asked me, they said, how can you think the right way when you constantly get the wrong thoughts? Well, it's a process of exercising every single day to be disciplined according to how you think, to maintain the right thoughts. And that does not mean you will walk around thinking perfect. That doesn't mean that. It means that you will have consistent, good, optimistic, encouraging thoughts. You get to sort out what you want to agree with versus what you don't want to agree with in your thought life. And as you work on your goals and as you pursue the thing you want to see with the right mindset, you will experience limitless possibilities with effort. It's so important that we understand this no matter how old we are, because as long as we are on this earth, we have to practice and exercise maintaining a healthy thought life. Unfortunately, a lot of people sometimes they just live a life where all kinds of thoughts just go in and out all day long. They don't manage their thoughts. They don't manage their emotions. They don't manage what they are thinking. And they just think all kinds of things. And unfortunately, your thoughts could be the very thing that holds you back. I always say that thoughts can become enemies. If it's the wrong thought, if it's a thought that's going to hold you back, if it's a thought that's going to stop you from moving forward, if it's a thought that's going to stop you from being the person you're supposed to be, that means it's your enemy. And you can't experience limitless possibilities if you are thinking the wrong way. Excuse me. I am going to give out 10 tips. Yes, 10 tips again. I'm good for giving out 10 tips all the time, right? That's the thing. 10 tips. You got 10 fingers, 2 hands, 10 tips. You can work it, right? That's how I look at that. Well, the 10 tips, it's all combines with you preparing to experience limitless possibilities with effort. That's what you want to experience. Number 1, believe in yourself and your abilities. Recognize that you have the power to create your own success. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Believe in your abilities. Why do I say that? Because God gave us all creative abilities. He gave us all. All of us have the ability to create something according to our strength. All of us have different strengths. And that strength, it aligns itself with your creative ability. And that's why you're so good at what you do. So believe in yourself and your abilities. Recognize that you have the power to create your own success. You could already be successful in several areas of your life, but there are other areas that you want to create success. You can create success in a relationship. How do you do that? Maintaining the right thoughts to produce the right actions. It could be relationships of any kind, because thoughts are transformative. If we maintain the right thoughts, we can become what we want to become. Number 2, set goals and create a clear roadmap outlining the steps you need to take to achieve them, so that you can experience limitless possibilities with effort. Set goals and create a clear roadmap outlining the steps you need to take to achieve them. Let me say that again. Set goals and create a clear roadmap outlining the steps you need to take to achieve the goals. Number 3, embrace change and challenges. I always say this. Challenges provide opportunities for growth and development. In the midst of challenges, you get to evaluate and take inventory of everything you must do, you should do, and everything that you are thinking to take different steps if the steps you are taking are not working. Number 4, stay positive and optimistic, even in the face of challenges and adversity, because once again, staying positive and optimistic, it has everything to do with your mindset. I got to keep talking about mindset, because your mind is what produces actions. Your mind is what produces emotions. You want to see a toxic person? You see that you see toxic actions. When you see toxic actions, it means that's toxic thinking. That's what that means. When you see a toxic person, understand toxic actions comes from a toxic mindset. Now, I'm not talking about judging somebody, okay? I'm not talking about that, because sometimes when you talk like this, some people think that they're getting a license to look at other people and just judge them and look at everybody and act as if they're perfect. No, I'm just saying, when you see toxic actions come from a toxic mindset. It comes from thoughts. That's what it comes from. But just keep in mind, it's important to maintain healthy thoughts while you are on that roadmap to outlining the steps that you need to take to achieve your goals. Just remember, you got to make sure you keep a healthy mindset. And of course, like I said, at number 4, staying positive and optimistic comes from a healthy mindset. Number 5, visualize your success and create a clear mental picture of what you want to achieve. I said that a minute ago. You want to have a vision for the results, and to create that vision for the results, it comes from applying the effort so that you can experience limitless possibilities. Number 6, take ownership of your life and the choices you make. You are in control of your own destiny. So take ownership. Take ownership of your mistakes. Take ownership of the things that you didn't do, you were supposed to do. Take ownership. And when I say take ownership, don't feel bad about it. Take ownership so that you can apply something different and not do the same thing. Because you want to experience limitless possibilities with effort. That's what we're talking about. Number 7, as always, I say this all the time, surround yourself with positive influence and role models who inspire you to believe in yourself and be your best self. Expose yourself to consistent inspirational content. Expose yourself to consistent motivational content. Whether you are you watching TV in your car, expose yourself to inspirational and motivational content constantly. That is your spiritual food. Because when you expose yourself to inspirational content, you are filling yourself up so that you can have something to meditate on. Because once again, as I stated earlier, you want to keep a healthy mindset. But if you are exposing yourself to a bunch of negative content and content that is not edifying, then guess what? That will become part of your mind. So expose yourself to edifying content, no matter what it is. If it's something positive, if it's something uplifting, expose yourself to it. Number 8, keep learning and growing. Embrace new experiences and opportunities for self-improvement. You must do that. Keep a mindset of being teachable. Keep a mindset of working on yourself, knowing that the work that you are doing is going to provide results because you want to experience limitless possibilities with effort. As you achieve your goals, it's a beautiful thing to work on your goals and work on your personal goals and work on yourself at the same time. And then all of a sudden, as you achieve your goals, when you get to that place, you become a totally different person because you applied yourself to the motivation and the healthy things on the path while you were working on your goal. That's a beautiful thing. Being, just transforming in the process. That's beautiful. Number 9, maintain a growth mindset. Maintain it. When I say maintain it, this is a daily, every single day lifestyle. This is a lifestyle of growth. This is a lifestyle of maintaining a good, healthy thought life. This is a lifestyle of working on you. This is a lifestyle of being the best you can be as you pursue your personal goals. View failures as an opportunity to learn and grow. I always say that as well. View failures as an opportunity to learn and grow. And don't always look at it as a setback. Because setbacks are not really setbacks. Setbacks are a place of reflection for us to have patience. Number 10, stay persistent and consistent, and success will show up because you are in the process of experiencing limitless possibilities with effort. And as I stated, remember, by keeping the right mindset and putting in the effort, you will experience just that. Limitless possibilities with effort. I'm going to summarize those tips again. Number 1, believe in yourself. Number 2, set goals. 3, embrace change and challenges because you know that's where the growth place is. Stay positive, visualize your success, take ownership of your life, surround yourself with the best things for you to be the best you. Keep learning and growing, maintain a growth mindset, and lastly, stay persistent and consistent. Yes, that's what you got to do. When I do these episodes, it almost sounds like, when I give out the tips and I talk about these different things about your goals and mindset, it almost sounds like I'm talking about the same thing. But guess what? I'm not. Because if you apply these steps, these tips, to different places in your life, you're going to find that you're going to have different levels of results. That's what it's all about. It's all about the effort, the steps, and you being willing to experience limitless possibilities with effort. That's what it's all about. So thank you once again for taking the time to tune in to SB Favorite Thinking Podcast. I really enjoy talking to you and just sharing my life and sharing these inspirational topics so that you can be the best person you can be. I think that if most people woke up in the morning and focused on being the best person they could be, we would see much, much more power in relationships. We would see more power on the job, in the offices. We would see more power even in the churches. I think that being the best person you could be is self-investment. Every single day of your life, you have an opportunity to show up and be the best person you can be. Some days I might not even feel like doing an episode, but I do it because my passion for life is to see people evolve, grow, and be empowered. My passion for life is to see people be something better and not just settle for less. Because it's easy to settle for less. I talk about achieving personal goals because we have to be reminded that in the midst of challenges, even when life happens or things may not go our way, we still can keep going. Because disappointment and discouragement is very real. And I talk about it that way because I've been discouraged, I've been disappointed, and I had to keep telling myself to keep going, to keep pressing, to keep applying the effort, not to give up. And I know that it could be quite difficult sometimes, but you don't have to give up, and you can accomplish the very thing you desire to accomplish. A lot of times, some people, they could be highly, highly successful in so many areas of their life, but yet be empty when it comes to their personal self. They could be empty in terms of how they think. They could be empty in terms of their spirit, but yet be highly successful. Successful on a job, successful at making money, but yet just be empty. But guess what? You don't have to be empty. Because if you work on yourself just as much as you work in the office, just as you work on your education or whatever it is you're working on, if you work on yourself at that same level, you will have more peace in your life, more joy in your life, and you will have better relationships. No one is perfect. We all are a work in progress. But you can do the work. So this is why I talk about these type of topics. I could be on here talking about gossip, but that is not something I desire to do or care to do. I would prefer to know that I'm helping someone because someone is helping me. We all need mentors. We all need influences, the right influences. We all need to be connected to someone to help us to keep going. That's I believe that's the will of God. That's the will of God, that we connect to each other so that we could keep going, so that we could keep being better. What benefit is it to connect to someone and become worse? You don't want to do that. So this podcast being inspirational is because this is my lifeline. I love inspiring people because I love to be inspired. So I hope that this topic today helps you to think a little different. I hope that it helps you to take self-inventory. I hope that you will have something to think about according to what I said, because I pray that you will experience limitless possibilities with effort. Why? Because you can. You are here today, and God has granted you life to be here. And so you can experience limitless possibilities with effort. And with the effort that you apply to what you want to see, that's your faith, because faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead, just as the body is dead without the spirit. Now, I know somebody may not know the Bible, but look at it in the simplest way according to how I said it. Faith without works is dead, just as the body is dead without the spirit. Now, you know the body is dead without the spirit, right? Because we all are living spirits, but I don't want to get into that. Just know that you can experience a life with limitless possibilities with effort. You can experience that. Have you ever seen somebody diligent and successful in one area, and then in other areas of their life, they may be totally hindered or stagnant? Have you ever seen that before? I have seen that. I even have experienced that. And so, in order to bring about the change you want to see, if you experience that, you have to think different, and you have to be honest with yourself. Honest with yourself to do something different, to experience something different. So limitless possibilities with effort is the key as you apply the effort. Look at the different areas in your life and determine and ask yourself the question, what needs to change? Whatever area you come up with, that's the area where you need to apply the steps. And just because you've been successful in other areas, you may need to regroup so that you can become successful in the areas that you have evaluated. So do the work. And most importantly, be honest with yourself, because sometimes when we are not honest with ourselves, it will create a blind spot. So be honest with yourself and honest with God, and then you will see everything else. So I thank you once again for tuning in to listen to SB Favor Thinking Podcast. If you would like to give to the podcast, give. Just as simple as that. Just give. Give at Cash App, $SB Favor, or give at Venmo, symbol at SB Favor. Thank you so much for your support and your donations. And if you would like to reach out to me on social media, you can find me at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. There is inspirational and motivational content there. And make sure you subscribe to me wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click like, share this podcast with others, and leave me some feedback. You can subscribe to me wherever you listen to podcasts. I thank you once again for tuning in. Share the podcast with others, and thank you, and you have a good day.